Well, the message today for the kids at Mariner High School in South Everett is a message you could probably give to kids all over the world. Stay clean. Tonight there'll be a special program at the school called Silent Battles, exposing addiction, self-harm, and depression, restoring hope, and inspiring change.
And kids are going to hear from recovering addict Lindsey Greinke and former NFL wide receiver Trent Shelton. We have them both with us on our KOMO Newsline. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Lindsey, tell us about your recovery. How are you doing now, and was it heroin?
I'm doing very well now. I just celebrated 4 years clean and sober on April 8th. And yes, my drug of choice was heroin.
Would people be surprised to know how many kids are using heroin at an early age?
I think that there's a lot of people that would be surprised, but it's getting to the point where it's so common now that it's not a secret anymore.
Well, that's kind of disturbing for parents, I'm sure, to hear. Former NFL wide receiver Trent Shelton is also part of the program, and I understand you are involved in motivational speaking. What do you say to these kids to try to keep them clean?
Well, I just help them understand their worth and realizing that, nobody's perfect. You're going to make mistakes and struggles, and using your mistakes in your past to create a better future. That's what it's all about, helping them find out of who they truly are at the core, despite all the pain, despite all the hurt, all the losses in their life. I think it's getting back to who you're created to be.
Trent, how did you get involved? Do you have firsthand experience with addiction?
Not really addiction. I feel like addiction can be with anything. I mean, my addiction was football. I mean, honestly, that's where my life apart because that was my identity. That was my escape. And when I lost it out of my life, I turned to other things, other drugs and alcohol. So I felt like I was addicted to something that I needed in my life at that moment. But really, it was really tearing my life down because my heart wasn't there anymore.
Well, Lindsey, I want to ask you about Hope Soldiers, a nonprofit organization that you helped to found.
Sure.
What do you do?
What would you like to know?
I'd like to know what kind of work you do and how you go about it.
So originally, my idea behind it was to help people get into treatment because the resources that are out there are hard to find for a lot of people, especially people who do not have insurance or money to get into treatment. And so I built a resource list because of my own experience with trying to get into treatment. In 2011, when I got clean, it was very difficult for me to find treatment because I didn't have money and I didn't have insurance. And so I had to apply for state assistance and then find a treatment center that would accept state assistance. It took me 2 to 3 months, I believe, to get into treatment. And so now I have been able to cut down that time to a week to 2 weeks in getting people into treatment. So not only do we help people get into treatment, but we also walk with people through the entire recovery process. Like, we're not just a third-party group that helps people get into treatment and wishes them the best of luck. Like, we are with them the entire process, including getting out of treatment and getting into transitional living, helping them find employment, helping them get counseling if they need it, basically kind of a mentorship.
Lindsey, thank you for the work you do, and thanks for sharing some of your experience with us. Lindsey Greinke and former NFL wide receiver Trent Shelton, all part of a program tonight at Mariner High School in South Everett to try to help kids stay clean.
It is free. It's from 7 to 9 tonight.